So, Diana, are you ready?
Of course, me. I'm ready.
Diana, do you remember the last topic that we were studying last class? What was the last
Yes, I
topic?
remember was about the zero, first, second, and third conditional. And we complete some exercises about all of them.
Mm-hmm. So we made like a review about the zero, the first, the second, and also the third conditional, right? So today, Diana, you're going to find the first evaluation of Model 3 in the site, okay? So that evaluation that is about the third conditional, right? So you're going to find it out after the class in the Google site. That will be like the first evaluation of this model. Okay? So be ready and study
Okay.
first. Okay. So today we're going to study, Diana, a new topic. This will be like an easy one, but we need to, like I said, to pay special attention to some details, right? So let me share that information with you. There you have it. Used to. Do you know something about this topic, Diana? Used to. No?
Something that maybe you
Yes?
did in the past.
In the past?
Is something that you did in the past.
Okay, something that you used to do in the past, right? That would be an amazing thing. Yeah, that would be that one, Carla. Yes. Solia, right? That would be. So we're going to start with this one. This is a very easy one, right? So there you have this. Used to, right? Remember that this is like the past form, right? Used to, right? We use used to when we want to emphasize that something happened regularly in the past but no longer happens now, right? That's an action that you used to do in the past, right? So that is like regularly. So pay attention to that word, right? So it says used to is used as follow, right? You have here to describe an activity or a state that happened many times in the past. For example, Gary always used to go for a run before breakfast. So look at this one. Used to go for a run before breakfast. That's an action that Jerry, we can say always do before breakfast in the past, right? Maybe he used to run a 3, 4, or almost the whole week, right? Before breakfast. And that is like a regularly action that happened in the past many times, right? To refer to an activity or state that was true in the past but is not longer true, right? That would be another thing. So to refer an activity that was true in the past but nowadays it is not true a lot, right? It's like example. I used to like rock climbing when I was younger. So when I was younger, I used to do that action, but nowadays I don't like, you can say climbing at all. Yes. So that would be the difference there, right? To refer an activity that was true in the past, but nowadays it is not longer true, right? Use to the structure. We can have the affirmative form there. First of all, we're going to have the subject plus used to plus the verb plus the complement, right? I used to play tennis when I was young, right? So that is the option. I used to play tennis when I was young. First, that will be the subject. Used to, that's we can say the structure here that we're using. Also, the complement. Tennis, and this like a clause when I was young. Now, maybe that person don't play soccer anymore. That would be, right? Nancy and Bill used to live in California. Nancy and Bill, subjects. Used to, that will be the structure. Then, look, there you have the verb in the base form. That is something important, guys. You don't need to use the ed or write down in like with s or something, right? No, you're going to use the verb in the base form, right? Then in California, that will be the complement for that one. So Nancy and Bill used to live in California. So look at this. No matter the subject, you're going to use the same structure. I used to, and we can say here the verb in the base form, that will be the main verb and the complement. If you want to use a clause, that would be great, and also, or if not, that's also good, right? Let's see the negative. Also, we can use used to in a negative way. How come? First of all, subject plus did not or didn't. If you remember, did is the auxiliary when we are talking about, we can say the simple past, right? So used to is past. That's why we're going to use did plus the word not. So we can say that long form did not or didn't. That will be the short form. Then look, used to. If you notice here, we don't have the D, right? Why not? Because we're using here the auxiliary. So in this case, we're going to use this word or this used to without the D, because that is, we can say, we can have here the base form of used, because we're using here the auxiliary in past, did, right? So here, used to plus the verb, always in base form. This would be the main verb and the complement. For example, Mary did not used to like children, but it's different now. He has his own. So did not used to, but now it's different because she has his own, right? That's my body here. This is she. She has his own, right? Okay, there you have it. Mary did not used to like children, but it's different now. She has his own. Also, we can say, I didn't used to like green apples, but now I do. That will be, I didn't used to like that, but now I do. Now I like that thing, right? This is a different thing. What about the interrogative, also we can have yes, no questions when we use that one, that structure, right? First, did, that is our auxiliary, then the subject, the used to without the D, right? And the verb in the base form, complement, and question mark. Don't forget the question mark. For example, did you used to like green apples when you were a child? That's a yes, no question, right? First of all, we have did, the subject used to in the base form, the verb in the base form. This would be the main verb. Green apples when you were a child, that will be the complement. Okay. Also, we have WH questions. We can also have WH questions with used to. First of all, we're going to have what? The WH question plus the auxiliary past did. Then we're going to have the subject plus used to, right? Plus the verb plus the complement plus question mark. Yes, that will be, we can say, the structure of WH questions. What did you used to eat when you were a child? So, this is a WH question, so you need to answer this completely. What did you used to eat when you were a child? I used to eat candies when I was a child. Yes. So in that case, you can also, that is not good to say candies. Maybe you can say I used to eat sweets. I used to eat pizza when I was a child. I used to eat hamburger when I was a child, right? I guess candy is an uncountable noun, right? So we cannot use it in that way. Maybe we can say sweets, but that would be another thing, right? So let's continue. Also, we have this. This is important, guys. Used to for actions in the past that do not happen in the present. That will be like the first thing in the way we're going to use used to, right? I used to take a train to college every day, right? I used to do that, but now maybe we are not doing the same thing, right? So that is an action that happen regularly in the past, but it's not longer happening in the present, right? Also, we can use that for past actions that are not longer true in the present. My brother used to be a teacher, but now he works in an office. He used to be a teacher, but now he is doing another thing, another action, right? So also in that case, we're going to use used to. Also, with adverbs of frequency, always, regularly, once a week, never, etc. We can use also used to. I always used to go to the gym on Saturdays. And we're going to use that frequency adverb before used to. So subject, the frequency adverb, then we're going to have used to, the main verb in the base form, then the complement. I always used to go to the gym on Saturdays. But what happened with the simple past? For single past actions and events, we're going to use the simple past, right? Modern Homo sapiens originated in Africa around 200,000 years ago, right? So that is like the past. That is a finished action, right? So for longer past actions or events, also we're going to use the past, right? Jim studied German and politics for 5 years. finished that action, right? Yes, so that way for longer past actions and events, but they have already finished. With the following words, also yesterday, last year, this evening, last month, at 6:30 ago, etc. We know that we use the simple past. I bought a new dress yesterday. That is a finished action, right? So when we have those words, we know that we're going to use the simple past only, right? And also for repeated actions or even events, right? And played tennis twice when we went on holidays. That is a repeated action or event, but that have already finished, right? So those would be like the difference between used to and simple past. Okay, so take into account those things and also the words that you can use at the end of the sentence in order to understand if you're going to use used to or only the simple past, right? So guys, I don't know if you have questions about this. This is an easy topic. I don't know. Is it clear, Carla and Diana? I guess Mr. David left us. So,
Yeah.
can you give me please an example using that, Diana?
Example, my siblings and I used to play basketball.
Mm-hmm. Used to play basketball. Mm-hmm. What in negative, Diana?
Yeah.
What about in negative?
Okay. For example, I didn't used to go to the church
Okay. I
when I
didn't
was a child.
used to go to the church when I was a
I
child.
didn't used to go to the church when I was a child.
Okay, that would be nice. What about an interrogative one, Carla? That is clear for you. So can you write an interrogative question, Carla? Which could be using used to. Mr. Davy, are you there? Is everything clear, Mr. Davy, or no?
Sorry, teacher, I have problem with the connection.
Ah, okay, don't worry. Okay, but oh, okay.
Yes, I can see.
So here we have used to. This is like a little review about this. I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. Those are like the subjects or the pronouns. Then we have used to and the verb in the base form. I used to swim. He used to swim, right? Also, the negative form, remember, I didn't use to. We don't need the D here. Swim. She didn't used to swim. They didn't used to swim, right? That would be the negative form. Just no questions. We can say, did she used to swim? Yes, she did. Or no, she didn't. Right? So, did we used to swim? Yes, we did. Or no, we didn't. Right? So, remember that here we need to use the auxiliary did for the answer if it is affirmative or didn't if it is negative. So we have here the question, did she used to swim? Or did we used to swim? Right? So we're going to use that auxiliary for this. Let's see. Rewrite the sentences below using used to. Last month, I rode my bicycle to school. Now I don't ride my bicycle to school. So we're going to make like to rewrite them into used to, right? I used to ride my bicycle to school, right? So we're going to say I rode my bicycle to school. Now I don't ride my bicycle to school. So we're going to use one sentence using used to. I used to ride my bicycle to school. Okay, that is what you need to do in this exercise, guys. There you have 8 sentences. Go ahead and work. I hope you're going to finish in 3 minutes, right? So I will give you 3 minutes for you to work on that. If you cannot unmute your microphone, please write them down in the chat, okay? So work, guys. You have 3 minutes for you to check them, guys. Carla wrote the first one. It says, I used to study Japanese. Okay, let's check them. Let's see. Okay, 10 years ago, I studied Japanese, right? So, now I don't study Japanese. So, I, nice, used to study. That would be in the base form, right? Study. We can say Japanese. Good. Excellent. So I used to study Japanese. Perfect. Let's see the number 3. Before I didn't do exercise. Bueno, now I do it.
Before didn't used to do exercise.
I used. That is negative?
I didn't.
I didn't. I didn't. Yes?
Used to do exercise.
Okay, do exercise. Yes. Or you can say I didn't used to exercise. That would be. That's amazing. Perfect. Let's see number 4. Last year, my classmate didn't study hard. Now he studies hard. So, which could be that one?
Last year, my classmate didn't.
Do we need last year, Diana? Do we need that one? Last year? Or no? No, right? Because if we say last year, that is simple past. So we can say, my classmate didn't or did not, right? Didn't study hard. Oh, didn't used to study hard. My classmate didn't used to study hard. So that would be that one. Excellent. Number 5. A long time ago, people didn't have electricity. Now, people have electricity. So, tell me, which could be that one?
People didn't.
People, people didn't, yes. Used to, right? Used to have electricity. Okay, people didn't used to have electricity. That's great. 6. When I was young, I was lazy. Now I'm not lazy. Which could be that one? When I was young, I was lazy. Now I'm not lazy. I used to, yes. I used to be lazy, right? I used to be lazy. That's good. 7. A long time ago, people didn't have TV. Now people have TV. A long time ago, right? Which could be that one?
People didn't used to have TV.
Excellent. People didn't, right? Used to have TV. That's a good one. People didn't used to have TV. That's amazing. And the last one. When Sarah was younger, she was short. Now Sarah is tall. Which could be that one? Sarah, what? Sarah used to be short, right? Sarah used to be short. That would be that one, right? So notice that when we use used, right, that is the affirmative form, we need the D in that used, right? When we are using, for example, didn't or did not, we need the verb in the base form, right? I didn't use to do exercise. That would be, okay? So let's do another exercise. That would be make an affirmative sentence, negative sentence, or questions using used to plus the infinitive. For example, the first one, I live in a flat when I was a child. So, first, the subject, I used to live in a flat, right? When I was a child. That would be. So, notice subject used to, because that is an affirmative one, live in a flat when I was a child, right? So, I want you to work on those sentences, girls, okay? Make sentences, questions that will be negative things using the words that you have here, guys, okay? So you're going to have 5 minutes for you to work on them. Remember that you can work or you can try to participate in the chat, okay? If you have questions, just raise your hand and I will help you. Workers, 5 minutes for you to complete that activity. Okay, girls, let's check them. Number 2, we go to the beach every summer. That's the question, right?
We used to go to the beach every summer.
That's an amazing one. Great. Did we, right, use with D, Diana? Or without it? We need the D there, no? Without the D, right? That's okay. So it says, did we used to go to the beach every summer, right? That would be. That's question also, right? Did we used to go to the beach every summer? That would be the answer. Number 3, she loved eating chocolate, but now she hates it. Which could be she used to love eating chocolate, but now she hates it. We can say that, but now she hates it. She used to love eating chocolate, but now she hates it. Okay. Let's see number 4. He not smoke. That's easy. He didn't. Yeah.
Used to smoke.
He didn't used to smoke. That would be. He didn't used to smoke. That's great. Perfect. Number 5. I played tennis when I was at school. So, we can say
I used to play tennis when I was at school.
Excellent. I used to play tennis when I was at school. That would be another one. I used to play tennis when I was at school. That would be 6. She be able to speak French, but she has forgotten it all.
She used to be able to speak French.
Excellent. She used to be able to speak French, right? But she has forgotten it all. But that will happen if you don't practice something, right? But she has forgotten all. Okay, nice. Number 7. He play golf every weekend. That's a question, right? So, that's a just no question. So, did he used to?
Did he used to play golf every weekend?
Play golf every weekend. Yeah, that's a question, right? Question mark. Did he used to play golf every weekend? Nice. 8. They both have short hair. Which could be the answer here? They both, right? Used to have short hair. Okay. They both used to have short hair. Nice. 9. Julie studied Portuguese. Julie
used to.
Excellent. Julie used to study Portuguese. Portuguese, right? So, Julie used to study Portuguese. 10. I not hate school. I didn't. Yeah, didn't used to hate school. That would be amazing. I didn't used to hate school. Oh, hate school, right? So great, guys. I guess this is an easy topic. I don't know if you have questions. I didn't use to hate school. Remember that we don't need that one. Oh, that will be my mistake. Oh, yeah. Used to.
Miss,
Yeah.
I know this is another kind of topic, but I would like you maybe speak about the verbs. For example, in the sentences number 3, she used to love eating chocolate. In my case, I didn't understand when you need to use the ing followed by a verb. I don't know if
That is an
you understand me.
yeah, that is a gerund. In the number 3, that is a gerund, Diana. Because what is your main verb here? Your main verb is love, right? And remember that when we have infinitives and gerunds, we can use, in this case, with this verb that is love, we can use both the infinitive or the gerund. We can say, she used to love, we can say to eat chocolate, but now she hates it. Or you can use that way. That sounds better. She used to love eating chocolate. This is like a common one. For example, I love playing the guitar. Or we can say, Maria needs to go to some place or whatever, right? So those are gerunds. We have a subject, I don't know, we can say last semester we studied that with the level 2, the gerunds and infinitives. We can use gerunds as a subject of the sentence. We can use them after prepositions. We can use that with some specific verbs, right? So we studied that information last semester, Jenna. But if you want, I can send you like information about this. Why we use the gerunds there or infinitives after another verb. That would be great if you want it. Because we studied that last semester, right? Yes, Jan, sorry. I guess Mr. Davy remembered that topic because we studied that last semester, right? I don't know if you have questions about this topic. No? Remember that we need to pay special attention when we use didn't. We don't need the D there. I made a mistake in the number 10, but I fixed it now. I didn't used to hate school. We don't need the D here, right? Because we're talking or we're using the auxiliary. Also in the number 7, also 4, right? Only when you have like an affirmative sentence, you're going to use the D in the used to, right? So I don't know if you have questions. If you don't have questions, here you're going to have a homework assignment. This will be your homework, guys. I just want you to answer the following questions. What did you used to watch on TV? What time do you used to go to bed at night? What time do you used to get up in the morning? What games do you used to play? Who used to be your best friend? What did you used to think about? Where did you used to live? And did you used to walk to school, right? So you have that homework. I want you to answer those questions using your own information, right? And we're going to check them together next class, okay? So in your notebook, try to answer those questions, and we're going to discuss then next class. Okay, so take a picture of it on a screen, and you need to work on those questions. Okay, so that will be your homework for next class. Do you have questions, comments, doubts? No? Is everything clear, Diana? I can hear you sometimes. Yeah.
Everything clear, Miss.
Okay, so guys, see you next class. Have a nice day. Take care and bye bye.
Bye, Miss. Thank you.
Bye. Take care, Diana.